Hey everyone, Brian Howe here, Garden Dude. We are continuing our series about installing my Northern Tier greenhouse, 6x6x16. We'll take a look at it in a second again. For those who hadn't seen the previous videos, I'll put links to them in this general area. Next step on here is going to be putting in our flooring, which I've got these stone patio tiles to take a look at in a second, as well as directly behind me here. You can see got a whole bunch of 2x3s we'll be using for shelving. You'll see that a little bit later. So with that, let's get into it. So this is the patio stone that I went with. It's a 1 foot by 1 foot patio stone. It's made out of cement. I had a choice between the cement color or the red. I went with the red just because it's a little bit darker and it's going to absorb heat just a little bit better, which is, again, what I'm looking for as far as for maintaining the heat throughout the evening when the sun goes down and help out in the greenhouse. The other piece is that my greenhouse is 6x6x16. So these are going to fit in there extremely well. I'm going to give you a tip a little bit later on how to make sure that, hey, it might be a little snug in there, but there's some steps you can take ahead of time to ensure you're going to have a good fit. So with that, let's move on to placement in the greenhouse. Drainage isn't an issue in my greenhouse, but if it is for yours, you may want to consider down here where I've got soil, you may want to put some pea gravel down or something. I'm not as concerned about it. Again, I don't really have any of those concerns about standing water in this area. So with that, I'm just going to give it a quick rake and smooth it out a bit. With the floor being level now, it's time to start laying some tile. But before that, things to keep in mind. Make sure you got some good gloves on there. Again, it's rough, it'll tear up your hands. Second is, if you don't have knee pads, invest in some knee pads, especially when you get to my age. It tears up the joints. So I will see you in the future after I get the first few rows done here. Now, before I get started putting tiles into the actual greenhouse, I want to do something on the outside first. And that has to do with on the sides here, the longer edges. You're typically on these greenhouses that you get the aluminum ones, they're going to have some sort of corkscrew and or lag bolt you put in. You're going to want to go ahead and pull these out for a short period while you're putting your tiles in. And that's because, well, yes, my greenhouse is 6x6x16. The chances of me actually putting this thing in 1000% square, it's probably 0. So I'm going to want a little bit of wiggle room in there just to be able to help manage that as I put it in. So with that, show you what this looks like, and then we will get started inside the greenhouse. As you can tell, I had a little bit of a costume change there. Forgot how hot the greenhouse gets. So let's go take a look at the first 5 rows so you can see how that looks. All right, so this is the first few rows that are done. Coming in pretty good. I show you on this spot right here. This is where you can see it's got a little bit of wiggle room. That's the area that I pulled the corkscrew out from. But with that, things are looking good. I have it a little bit higher over here, so it'll come down that way for drainage, which is the direction that I have. So with that, I think I'm going to finish this up and I will show you the finished product in a second. All right, so we're about halfway done here. Just hit my 8th row. See that back there? Just a little time update for you. It's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. All right, well, as you can see here, I'm down to my last row, starting on it. And it looks like I'm gonna need to trim all of my pieces down to around 10 inches. So I'm gonna show you how to do that next. So I already got a head start on this, but we're gonna use this called a brick set. Make sure that you have your glasses on for sure, all your safety gear. And all this does is just go around and makes a little dent on here, and eventually it'll break the patio tile for us. There we go. There you have it. We'll clean off that one little edge real quick. There we go. That's how you do it, folks. The last tiles are finished, so let's take a look at why you always order extra tiles. Even when you take your time, you are still going to have some tiles that just break the way they want to. Always order extra tiles. So in this case, I ordered an extra 10 just to be on the safe side. So I went through about 4. It worked out in the end. So let's go take a look at the finished product. All right, well, here it is. You can see all 96 tiles are in, and you'll be able to hear a little movement as I'm walking through these. Again, that's to be expected. I did make sure that they are leveled off so that way when I do step on them, that there isn't any massive movement. Well, all 96 tiles are in. Things look great over here. It's not level. There's parts of it that are off, and that's okay. My seedlings are not going to care, and that's one of the reasons that I'm doing these videos for folks, is so you can understand that at the end of the day, you want something that's going to be functional, that you can work on, that's going to be safe. Again, I have everything leveled off to the point where I'm not going to trip over anything. But beyond that, you want something functional. And it looks good too. Again, these tiles, they're gonna be here for a very long time. And if one happens to chip or break, I can just run down to Lowe's and grab another one and drop it in. So with that, thanks for hanging out for the video. Feel free to check out any of my other videos that are linked here, and I will see you next time.